Smell it? Smell it? Cheers it? Well,
no. The aliens are kidnapping us and stimulating our G-spots. You figured it out.
Maybe they're trying to help us out.
They're trying to
reach a climax, bro. Like,
I ain't trying to suck no dick, bro. What the fuck? Like, when you barely even turn the fucking knob, that should be like...
Ready? Let's do it. Welcome to the Mixtape podcast, people. This is our Discord online little show that we got going now.
Yes, sir.
Doing a little different and trying it out for the first time.
From separate houses.
It's from separate houses. It's a little weird. Yeah. He's got his little background. I got
different background.
This is our normal Mixtape background. You kind of see some of it, but
yeah,
the
before the setup.
yeah. But this is they said that we wouldn't be coming back. You know, they were like all hating on us and stuff. But guess what? We're back, bitches. Here we are again. We're back. But we're out here fucking on the scopes. We got to pop you out. You know, we got a couple of hits coming. You know. But yeah, welcome back, people. We got some shit to talk about, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some of this stuff on here.
How you been feeling, bro?
Oh, good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I just been feeling good, you know. Just trying to take better of myself, you know, be healthier and eat healthier and stuff. I know you be trying to make fun of me at work.
Yeah, the other day we went and got Wendy's because you're like, man, I forgot to get lunch. So I was like, oh yeah, you're trying to eat healthy. My bad, shit.
He's like, you're trying to eat healthy. Wendy's.
Let's go to Wendy's. That's healthy. They got that fresh beef.
They got that fresh salad. Yeah, that fresh beef. Them French fries, all potatoes, 100%.
Yes.
But no, I've been feeling good though. Just trying to do better. You know.
You've been playing any games recently? I know I've been playing Valheim and stuff.
Yeah, but you shit. I had to check it out after you fucking pressed me about it. Damn near every day. So I mean, shit. Yeah, no, I checked that shit out. That's just active. I mean, yeah, that shit was dope when I was playing it. I was like, damn. I was like, this shit's pretty filthy. Oh yeah, I'm about to. Yeah, as soon as we get this freaking Wi-Fi figured out, fucking Xfinity is doing something. They trying to get us. But nah, yeah, I'm about to start streaming. I hopefully when they come by and they can fix it, I can have it up and streaming again. But until then, yeah, people stay tuned. The Anon Fusion.
Get in Twitch. On that Anon Fusion Twitch stream. Popping off.
FMZION.
All right. So do you want to just get into it and start talking?
Yeah.
Well, I know that you said that you wanted to talk about stuff. You had some questions for me, or you wanted to go a certain route.
I had some shit, but I just didn't know how. I don't know how much under the fire and under the flames we want to go. So I mean,
dude, let's go for it. Let's go. This is the Mixtape podcast. We gotta get into it. You know, we gotta talk.
Okay. Well, it's like totally okay. Yeah. But no, definitely, I feel it. No, so what I had was so not everybody knows, but recently I got into a relationship, and so I was just with this whole new relationship, I'm just like noticing certain things, and so I'm just like curious as to like how other people's relationships, because you've been in a relationship longer than I have, so I just wondered like I'm experiencing things, and so I just wanted to ask and see like how like stuff you experienced and like how you handle certain things, and how how your whole relationship has like gone and what it is now and what it was before, and if there was any like if there was ever like unresolved things or like just anything in general, actually, to be honest. So I mean, if you want to go down this road.
I mean, our second podcast was with Lauren, and she's been my girlfriend now for 5 years. We own a house together, and we have 2 dogs together, and you know, it didn't happen all at once, which is exactly what I wanted. You know, it kind of happened over time. Like, you know, we lived at separate houses at first, and then, you know, we moved in together, and slowly things progressed from there. And but you know, I'm really thankful for Lauren, you know, because I don't think I could have done some of the things that I've done without her, you know, like buying a house or getting into my own apartment, and you know, even just like self morals, like the way that I carry myself and the way that I think about things. Like, I don't think I could have done it without her, you know. And she's a big part of my life in good ways, you know, and then she's also there for me in my bad times, you know. And so she's able to pick me up, and she's able to, you know, she's able to tell me where I'm wrong, and not a lot of people can do that. And you know, it's, you know, I can see in a relationship like that, it's good to have somebody to tell you, hey, like, you're being an idiot right now, like, shut the fuck up, you know, because you know, you're gonna be feeling your way, you know, you're gonna be feeling yourself, but then you need that other person to tell you, like, hey, you need to really, like, take a step back and understand, like, what you're doing that may affect other people and also affect yourself in our relationship and our family, you know. So
yeah, no, definitely.
She's been good for me for that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely like how you were saying, like, just making sure you're mindful of like what you're doing and stuff like that. Like, I'm glad that that's something you guys have clearly have been, you know, working on and shit, or clearly have noticed, and you know, you guys are mindful of what it takes to maintain a healthy relationship. So no, that's just, I was just curious, because I was just like, because I've just now gotten into this relationship, like me and Jordan, like how I told you, we've only known each other for 5 months, and we started dating after 3. So I mean, like, we're still like getting to know each other. So it was just like I don't know how long you and Lauren, like, exactly how long you guys knew each other, but I just wanted to know, like, if like, or yeah, just like, I guess that, like, how long did you guys know each other before you like started dating?
Oh, before we started dating, I think it was only like 3 months, or something
really?
like that. Yeah, like, because we met each other in like a college class, and then she asked me out to go like to Chipotle or something, and it just kind of took off from there. But I mean, we didn't really start going out for, actually no, it probably wasn't even that long. It was probably more like a month.
Shorter?
A month and a half, yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
It didn't take that long.
For real?
Yeah, it didn't take that long. Yeah, because, you know, it's like, I don't know, sometimes you just know.
Oh, yeah.
And other times it's like, you know, you get trapped.
Yes.
You know, sometimes I feel like a girl will put you in her little trap, and then you're like, oh shit, I accidentally fell in this, but how do I get out? You know, and then you're stuck in a couple-year relationship, and you're like, oh shit.
You're like, damn.
Yeah, there goes that time, you know. And
Exactly.
I've had that too, and you look back and you're like, oh shit, like, I just spent a lot of time and worrying about this one person, and like, I let a lot of my homies and people down through that whole time, you know, like, and then they're like, you know, when I like that shit's over and I try to come back to them, they're kind of like, who are you? Like, we've been like hanging out for like 2 years together. You've been over doing your thing with that girl for whatever, and now you're just trying to come and walk back like nothing happened. Like, what? You know, so shit changes.
Exactly.
Shit changes. You lose a lot of time when you focus your time into like one person and one thing. So it's good to balance that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just one thing I could realize was, at least for my relationship, I was just like we knew each other for like 3 months, and then we started dating, and then like I feel like with that, like, I'm gonna be real, so like problems would occur like as time went on. I mean, we've only been dating for like 2 months now, or no, not even 2 months, actually a month. It would be 2 months on the 1st of March, because she asked me out on New Year's, and so I was just sitting there. I was like, man, I wonder if because for me, it was like, you know, you got to get to know somebody first and stuff like that, and so that's why I feel like for like right now, since we're so like early in the stages and we barely really got to know each other before we started dating, it was just like, you're learning as you're dating, which makes it kind of like difficult. And so it's just like, I'm like, I was just wondering if like there was any, like, if you guys ever had that, like if you guys were like going through like your relationship and you were like, man, like like you start discovering who that person is and you're like, it's like annoying, but then it's like, you know, like it's like the person's still like they're their own separate person, you know, and you got to get to know them and stuff like that. And so I was just curious as to if you guys had some of the similar things.
Yeah. So I mean, we've been going out for 5 years, like I said. So like, especially a long relationship like that, and like especially how young we are, too. Like, shit is gonna change, you know. And
yeah, definitely.
If you are in a relationship, you have to be willing to change with them, and then understand that like shit's not gonna be the same the whole time, you know. And you know, as you guys are both growing, you know, in learning and going through all these first experiences in life, like even when you're like, I would say probably, I don't even know because I'm not yet, but like when you're 40 or 50 years old, you're still learning shit about the other person that you never knew before, you know. And like, and same thing for you, you're learning stuff about yourself that you never knew before, and you're changing every day, you know. It's not like one day you're gonna wake up and like she's not gonna like you anymore, you're not gonna like her anymore, but like, you know, over time you guys can change. And sometimes there's gonna be, I believe that some relationships you go down a path for a certain amount of time, and that path only goes so far, but then once that, you know, you hit a point where the path goes off, you have to go those separate ways. And if you start to feel like this person is going one way and you're kind of like lagging behind, you know, and you're walking behind her on her trail and you're kind of like wanting to take a shortcut over here, you know, that's, you know, I say you got to immediately do that, you know, because you're missing out on what you could be having over here while you're on some path that you don't even really want to go down, you know.
No, definitely.
But I do believe that there's some relationships that can last like a lifetime and they're like meant to be kind of shit. But I also do believe that there's relationships that are meant to be for a certain amount of time, but then, you know, it goes separate ways, and that's okay. That's okay. But you just have to know, like, you can't force it. Like, that's the way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. That's why I was like, because I've been like, not even just with my own relationship, I've been trying to like, there's relationships, like adult relationships that I've been able to you know, see and watch them undergo circumstances, like friends parents, you know, stuff like that, or just relationships in general, like celebrities and stuff like Kanye and Kim and stuff like that. So like, it's crazy to know, to like, people will go and commit to something without really knowing what you're committing to, especially when it comes to like marriage, because marriage is supposed to be, you know, like lifetime, you know. And so it's like with marriages, I'm like we gotta, like, I feel like people just need to do better with like trying to make sure they understand who they're like trying to be with. And then also, like how you were saying, people change, and so it's like you gotta be like mindful of that and like acknowledge that and be able to adapt. But then also there's people who go and they be doing some off the wall shit, and it's like, if I just don't understand when people are in marriages and they go and like cheat and stuff. It's like, how are you, like, why would you be doing that? Like, if you marry somebody, you know, or like, that should be your main focus. And if it's not, then I feel like you should have probably like discussed it and then like ended it and then went to go discover a new trail, you know. But that's what I'm saying, like, just seeing like people getting divorced and people like stuff like that, I'm just like, man, like, I bet if it was just a little bit more time and you really knowing and giving it like a little bit more time and trying to discover who you're in a relationship with and stuff like that, and actually trying to be open-minded and like selfless and paying attention, then I feel like a lot of other stuff would be beneficial for the long run, especially because it's like, yeah, it's just like all these people are just like separating them. I feel like that's like the common trend now. Like you hardly ever see people or hear, at least you don't hear about it, like people staying together for like years on end. Like people always, it seems like people nowadays seem to be getting like divorces like it's it's the new thing to do. Like, and I'm just like that shit, that like it doesn't do good for like the people who are coming up. Like to see like people like Kim and Kanye and all other celebrities and then like role models that you look up to and stuff like that. When you see people go in like relationship aspects, it's just like you're not setting, I guess, like a great example. But then again, it's like, but no, that's just something like I just be mindful. Like when I see those relationships, I just like I take notice and I I try to make sure I'm like paying attention because it's something I've never had to do yet. Like, so it's just like I wonder like the question is like, what does it take to stay in a long term relationship? I guess in a way is like the question I ask myself, and then I look for it out in like other relationships. And then I'll like the ones that are successful, I'll look at them, and then the ones that aren't, I see why, and then I try to do like a self-analysis. I'm like, oh, okay, this is probably why that didn't work out, and this is why this does work out. And so I was just curious because relationships are weird.
Love is weird,
Yeah, that's
like,
too.
it doesn't really happen conveniently all the time.
Uh-huh.
And like it'll come from nowhere, like you don't really when you least expect it, that's when I feel like people say when you least expect it, that's when it'll happen, or when you're least wanting it to. But then that's the thing about love is like if you don't want to be like in love at that moment, or that's the whole thing, is like that's how powerful it is. It's like it's like a drug that you can't even say no to. It's like it just happens. And then I feel like, are you now man enough isn't the word, but like are you big enough person to take it on and give it all you got, because it's not easy. As you were saying, like people get divorced like it's the new thing. Like I don't know what the percentage rate in at least America is for divorces and stuff, but me personally, I have divorced parents, and I felt like I had my parents longer than most of my friends, together,
Yeah.
and I felt like they were together for like most of my life, and then right when I got out of high school pretty much is when it all ended for them. And then same thing like how you're saying, like it's funny to see relationships and like take a step back and like see like what the relationship was like for my parents. Like I can see how maybe if things just like waited a little bit longer, or some things like some things were a little bit different or something like that, they could have had a longer lasting relationship. And there's a lot of things that go along with that, like with like if you have kids or if you don't, or what your financial situation, or if you're an alcoholic, or any of that kind of stuff. But it's a lot of things can take it into a different direction, and that's the whole thing. Is like, are you a big enough person to take on love? Because it's not it's not great
easy
all the time for Christian or for Matt. It can be it can be bad for both people in the relationship, but it also can be good. You just have to recognize the bad and learn from the bad, and then turn that into a good hopefully one day, or recognize the good and see the good and try to keep that
that going. Yeah, definitely. That's the same thing. Like that's the shit that like I've came up with is like relate, because to be honest, for me, I don't like because if you think like, because I like to think of life in like the most simplest form, and so it's like of how it like natural life, like living. And I feel like when it comes to like what we need, like as far as like what we need to do or whatever, you know. So it's like for like relationships, it's like do you need to be in one? No. But I feel like, and that's the thing too, is like if you're gonna be in one, then like how you said, you got to be able to, you know, be strong enough to take it on the challenge, because like you said, it's not going to be easy. Like, and one thing I feel like a lot of people don't pay attention to is you're literally in a relationship with someone else who's totally different from you, and who can, you know, who reacts to life differently, and you know, there's pressures on them and from outside sources and stuff like that. And so I just think like I just think people just like if people just are a little bit more mindful to their partners and stuff like that, I think a lot of stuff can work out more in the long term. Like you'll see a lot more like marriages staying together, or people in general just staying together and stuff like that. So that's just one thing I was like curious about, because I was just like, lately I've just been like thinking, well, especially with like the whole Kim and Kanye thing, it just had me really thinking. I'm just like, well, damn. And then I started thinking about like other relationships. Like my biological parents were divorced, and so before I think even like either like before I was even born, or like shortly after I was born, or something like that. But hopefully that wasn't the reason. I don't know what it. Hopefully not, but shit, I came out great, so yeah. So I can't hate. But
we need to talk about that.
Yeah. Shit, that's a different topic. Maybe I'll bring my mom up.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing, bro.
No.
We need to have your mom on for a guest. she exposed you for who you really are.
I know. She's like, yeah, it's like, no, I don't think. But no, they would like my biological parents. They would like, I just remember they would argue and stuff, and you know, like not like how we say nothing's perfect, but you know, I just wonder what could have happened to have saved it, or you know, like it was just like what could have, or what if this would have happened, would it have been different, or what if something happened, would you still have your parents together, like would both of our biological parents still be together if something changed? But you know, just it is what it is. But no, that's just something that's been on my mind lately. I'm just like, I wonder, like, do people know? Like, are people getting into marriages and relationships for the, like, I feel like a lot of people are, and then they, like, the one thing I hate to see is when people get into relationships and marriages and stuff, and it doesn't work out, and then they're, like, they, like, hate each other. Like, that's one thing, like, for me, I don't like that. Like, if I get into a relationship with somebody, I like to make sure that, like, a friendship can last even if the relationship doesn't. And so it's, like, I feel like that's what's really important, is being able to, like, even if a relationship doesn't work out, you guys should still be able to, you know, be around each other.
You gotta be like friends first before you can
try
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything.
Exactly. Like like I was saying, like get to know each other and see like if you even like being around them, and see how they spend their time, and see how they do, you know, their thing and whatever. But
that's just like I think traveling is really important. Like going somewhere with another person, like far away, where you both like. I think the most ideal thing is like where you both don't know the language very well, and then you try to like, you're in this world where, you know, you have no other outside sources but just you guys, and like, you know, you might meet some cool people there that help you out, but like you guys are alone, and that's where you would truly see if you can depend on that person, or if you can really like, you know, if they can help
get through
you,
hardship,
if you can help them, you know, in that environment. You know, if you're in Italy where you don't even know what the bathroom is, like how are you supposed to say like, hey, I need to go take a shit, like where's the bathroom at? You know, like you'd be like, fuck, I don't know.
No, for real though, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just stuff like that. I just feel like it's just stuff like that I just know plays an influence, like with the older generation, like for you and me, like with our parents and how they went about, you know, whatever like between the relationship between both of our biological parents. I'm sure like we both have things we take from it that still influence our lives today in our relationships, and we, you know, we take from their experiences and, you know, put it in our lives and use it. And so
well, that's funny that you said that too. Or you go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, go ahead. Because I'll yeah. I don't want you to forget.
Well, like because we talked about Childish Gambino 2 episodes ago.
Oh.
And like in one of his songs, he said like, we don't love like our parents. Our love is not the same, or something like that. Or we don't want to love like our parents because our love is like we want to be, our love is always not the same, or something like that. And it's like he like, it's funny because like everybody always is like that. It's trying to like learn from their parents and do it differently. And like if I look back on my parents, like I can see like how they were so rebellious to their parents. And they tried to do the opposites, and their like ideological ideas and all this stuff. Like they were so the opposite of their parents. And then, you know, like I don't know if I'm so the opposite, but I've definitely learned from my parents and how I want to treat my relationship. But then I'm like, I take a step back too there, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to learn so much from their relationship, because it was a bad relationship. You know, like it wasn't like they were not friends. They were not. There was nothing there, you know, that I could take. And that's the other thing that I talk to Lauren all the time about, is like my parents' relationship is the only relationship that I've ever known. You know, like, or I you know, like I've known relationships, but I've never been in another relationship other than like my parents. You know, like I'm part of that. You know. And, like, that's the only thing that I've, like, learned from and seen, like, how my dad would talk to my mom, or my mom would talk to my dad. And, like, I catch myself saying those kinds of things, like, when me and Lauren get into a fight. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's not what I want to say or do, or I don't want to be like that. And but I'll catch it after I say it. And it's like, man, that's, like... And I go straight to, like, that's all I've known. Like, that's how I know how to talk to a person in a relationship. And, like, that's not how I feel, but it's like I just acted that way. And, like, I don't want to do that, but, like, that's just, like, what happens. Like, when I'm, you know, so angry or something, you know, like, that's another thing with a relationship. You can be so furiously angry, bro, and so, like, you know, so mad, but, like, you know that relationship's going to be good when you can, like, it's over. Like, it's not like, oh, we're going to, like, we're done, like we're breaking up tomorrow kind of shit. You know it's gonna be good because like you can move on from it and your relationship stays, but like that fight you had was in that moment. Like you had that fight and it's over now. It's not like we had this fight and we're never gonna be able to repair from it, you know. So like that's a really important thing. And then that takes, you know, guts from both people. You know, you don't get that, and you don't get that all the time, you know. And people, because I feel like even more nowadays, like with our generation, like people are more selfish than ever, and it's hard to get people to like just, you know, stand down or like be like the littler person and let the other person just like, I don't know, I don't want to say win, but like, you know. Just
I would use that.
Be, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely. I like how you say you're like when you get into an argument, you start to see your parents in you, because like that's what, you know, you saw. So it's like when that's the type of stuff I'm saying. Like I think just like each generation just needs to do better with that, because I feel like that plays a huge part in the relationships now, with the fact that, you know, a lot of people are going about it for the wrong reasons. Like how you said, this generation is very selfish. So that's something that's definitely been on my mind, like with all this stuff that's going around and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my little spill.
Yeah.
Shit,
No, that
I
was
just
good.
wanted,
That's
I
good.
just wanted to, just to get like another perspective and go in a little bit more depth about it, cause it's nice to know that like you feel the same way and you can relate to some of the stuff that I'm thinking about. So no, that's why I'm glad.
And I'll always tell you, man, like, just stay happy, bro. As long as you're happy.
Oh yeah, no.
You know, it's all
Oh
good.
yeah, no.
That's what I like preach almost. I like just, you know, I hate to see like one of my homies like not feeling good because of like a relationship that's going on or something like that, or stuff that's going on in their life. Like, that's my one thing that I like kills me, and it hits me to my core, because I'm like, man, my friend doesn't deserve to feel that way, you know, or you know, or I don't deserve to feel that
definitely.
way, you know. So it's like, man, I'll just make sure you're happy all the time, you know.
Oh yeah. And just a disclaimer for anybody who think, because we sit here talking about relationships and shit. Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm like hating my relationship. No, I love my relationship.
No.
It's,
No, that's not it at
I just
all.
want to put that out there because I didn't know if motherfuckers are out there. Like, they're gonna be like, oh well. Next thing you know, somebody's gonna be typing in the thing. Jordan, your boyfriend's talking about.
He's not
It's like, our relationship, it's just fresh, you know. Like, we're both still learning. We both, you know, we've talked about it and stuff. So I mean, we've had our times, but as long as, like how you said, as long as you can discuss it and, you know, take from it and move on, then that's the most important thing. So I'm pretty happy.
Hell yeah.
I
me
can't
too, bro.
complain.
Me too, bro. That's the best part. Is like,
Yeah.
as long as you can't complain, fucking, you're staying happy, you're chilling, living life, man. That's the best.
Exactly.
That's the best shit. So, are we off of that? Do you want to get on?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah.
Do you want to take a break or anything, or you want to keep going?
No, we can keep going.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Well,
Has this been up the whole time though?
what?
The
No,
damn-
I can. I'm gonna. I'm gonna put it up right now. The people, they see it right now.
Yeah. I just been staring at it. I'm just like ready to talk about it. So I'm like, oh god. This
Well,
shit
it's
is
hella
dumb.
funny because, here on the Mixtape podcast, we're trying out something different where we're gonna try and like watch some videos or look at some articles and stuff. And I found this one that seemed kind of funny, and it kind of is funny. It kind of goes into what we were talking about with Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. But I guess Mr. Potato Head is not Mr. Potato Head anymore. And down here in the article, it shows a picture of the two new things. It's just Potato Head. So people are saying, in the top of the article, you probably saw, no, they're not gender neutral anymore, but like, it's always been Mr. and Mrs. Potato
Exactly.
Head. Like, it's so fucking weird.
If so, is that their attempt to like make it like less gender assigned? Because I'm sure that's probably like a reason. But then again, it's like you're like I don't know. Like, when it's something like that, when it's been made and it's like a fucking it's a couple or, you know, whatever, it's like it's Mr. and Mrs. Like, I'm not saying it has to be like that in life, but for the toys when they were made, that's just how they were. Like, I don't
It's just like, I just don't know, like, why. Like, why do they gotta go and change it? Like, and then in here in the article, it's just saying something about like a rebranding for Hasbro or something. Like, I have to find it. But like, even then, it's like, why do they need to rebrand Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm
What
like,
the hell?
okay, or I guess it says it right here. The LGBTs have bigger concerns to remove. Oh.
They say, they have bigger concerns than removing the Mr. from Potato Head.
I just don't like. I mean, I get what the LGBT community is trying to do, but like, it's a toy in a sense.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the dude over here straight has a fucking mustache. Like, come on.
yeah. I mean, unless I mean, hey,
I mean, I mean, anything is possible nowadays.
anything is possible. But I just, with it being like a OG, like it's like an OG, like established thing. Like, you'd have to go back in like Toy Story and fucking fix everything, like change every damn. Yeah, you'd have to. You would have to go back and like edit every little Mr. and Mrs. and just be like potato head, and then you'd have to do like potato head number 1 and number 2 because you can't just say potato head now because they're both named potato head. So that's why I'm like, if you're gonna do this, you got to go back and change the movie. You change the movie, it's no longer gonna be a classic. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's certain things that we can. I think there's bigger things we can change. You know, in a sense, like, and they're customizable. Like why? I mean, I guess like I guess you could put the potato head and customize it how you want it to be, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't just buy a box that says Mr. and Mrs. I guess, but I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's just
but
weird.
I mean, you still have to buy both boxes. You don't just. I mean, you have to buy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it looks.
Oh, I
to
guess
me,
yes,
it
it's
looks like
separate.
there's-
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, it looks like they're separate. So I mean, like, there's obviously a distinguished, like, there's a different, there's differences here, and
Yeah.
one is not like the other. And you tell me why. Oh, it's because one nose is red and the other one's pink. Okay, all right, you win. Not the big old mustache or nothing.
Big old mustache.
Can you imagine though if like that was like Toy Story, like in the Toy Story lore, like everybody was trans, like Woody is actually like a woman. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
but then at the same time, it doesn't really change anything about the story, if that is
Exactly.
true. So then it's like
Yeah.
even if they're all like a different race, like it doesn't change
exactly
at all. But like just the fact that they have to go back and change it is just
Yeah, I'm just like, this is like, I mean, I understand why, but it's just like what?
Yeah.
Like it'll always be Mr. and Mrs. Like that's something like it's just they're just pronouns or what do they be calling them now? Are they like what's your what do they be saying now? What's your noun or what's your in like his or hers or she or he or miss or those
I don't
are
know, bro.
pronouns? Oh shit! Well, we got computers, so
Yeah, seriously, we can look it up.
But
But
I want to.
I wanted to ask you, based on this, what you were like, what you think about like transgender, like I guess more like not like what you think about it, because I mean, I would hope you'd be cool about it,
no, I mean, yeah, you can ask the question. I just.
But
don't know.
I was thinking of more like if you think it would be okay for like a man transition to a woman to compete in a woman's league.
Ooh. Yeah, see, that's where I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like if LeBron
Yeah.
went trans and started playing in the female. Yeah, no.
He's dunking.
And he's dunking on everybody. Like that's what I'm saying. Like for certain things, I feel like it's good to have a distinction. For that reason, like I mean, I don't like to say men are better and women aren't, but it's just
No.
by like biology, I guess. I mean, like we can't really control, what people do and how they do it. It's just I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I as far as that question, that is a good question actually. I want people in the comments to like to think about that. Like if people were to like if somebody like were to go trans and compete in the opposite gender sport now, like what are we supposed to do? Like what do we do?
It's like it's not like that it's not okay. It's just like, and we're not saying that men are better than women, and that for most of the cases that it's not the case,
Yeah, no.
But like when it comes to like a physical ability, it's just biologically like it does not work the same. Like it's not one in one. Like women are built from the womb so much differently,
Than men,
there's a reason why like men get testosterone, women get estrogen, and they're two different things. And you can now you can like take shots to get estrogen or more
Testosterone.
testosterone, but you still have the body that you were born with.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
that doesn't
It's
that
like-
doesn't change unless you start cutting off limbs and cutting off whatever and inserting muscle or inserting stronger bone and building your body like a cyborg or something, like some cyberpunk shit. But doesn't exist. And I mean, maybe one day it will, and maybe that day will be great, and you can insert your dick for a vagina, and your whole thing will transform, and you're now a man. But it's not. I mean, as of right now,
I don't know, because then at that point you might as well not even have, like, you might as well just have basketball. You might as well just have football. Like, you might as well not even, because think about, like, if like don't even. Yeah, you would just have basketball. Like, boys would play with girls and girls would play with boys. But then, like, watching it, just imagine watching that. Like, LeBron with, like, it would, I don't know. Like, it's just to make things with the I think what it's like with basketball and sports and stuff. It's just a trying to make it equal with the experience in, like, competition wise, I guess. I don't I'm not trying to make it seem like I think girls can't do stuff. Like, I just think, like, with the way they made it and how it is, like it's just like how we said, it's biology, like boys and all this other extra stuff that we said, estrogen, testosterone, all that. It's like, it's something you can't really control.
Well, and then that's the thing too, is like, don't you think that one day if we do get to that point where you can swap out whatever part or swap out upgrades to your body or some shit like that, wouldn't you think that, everybody would be going for more manly type of things? If you're going to be, in a sport, you're going to be, they just produce strictly on numbers. It's just more like the strongest man versus the strongest woman. The strongest man is going to be way better than the strongest woman, and the strongest woman may not even be in the top 50 of strongest men, And so then if we do get into that basketball, soccer thing, it's just going to be basically how it is now. It's going to be all manly type of people in a sport, and then the other league will be like the people that were less fortunate to not get as good of manly types of physical thing. You know what I mean? But it's still going to be all like manly parts, and then now we get into a zone of like, are we getting rid of a gender? Are we getting rid of the female gender? And we're saying that they can't exist because they're not as strong, but then we take parts of their brain or better, or what. I'm sure that we would take other things if there's better, in the female sense. But like, aren't we getting we're all getting very linear, definitely, to a point where
it's just gonna be
there's one type of person.
It's one. Definitely, like, that's I didn't even think about it like that. You could definitely I mean, shit. Like, this, that whole thing is just because we don't, like, it's still new. Like, or maybe they have their own, like, league or something. I don't know. Like, that's hard to see.
That's how it is now, though, right?
Is it?
I mean, I feel like, if anything,
I don't...
women, like the WNBA, for example, I feel like the WNBA wants to be the NBA. Like, just as big and just as, but let's all be honest, the WNBA is not as big as the NBA. And there's a reason. It's not as exciting. Nobody's dunking on bitches in the WNBA.
I'm dead. No, I mean, there are some girls who be dunking in the WNBA.
Yeah.
There are some girls who do be dunking, but I think it's just competition-wise. Like, as far as, like, it's just like looking at the skill each person has and putting them up against the equally same. Like, as skill-wise in the sport, like, how good are you at the sport? What can you do in the sport itself? And then where should we put? I'm sure if there was a girl who could compete to LeBron James, And like if she was even better than LeBron James, I'm sure then that like I feel like at that point then that could be like oh shit, like yeah, damn.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's like a skill thing. Like you gotta have the skill to be able to, if you're gonna try to transfer over to something that's already separated from men and boys. I mean men and girls. men and women. Men and boys.
Bro.
Men and girls. Men and
you're a
women.
genderist.
I know I'm tweeting right now. I'm like, I just this is a really crazy topic. Like I'm just like I'm like thinking about it, and it's like it's just I think it's just more of a competition thing. Like just making it equal within competition, not so much. Just I think that's just what it is when it comes to sports. Like it's as far as like who's playing who and whatever. I think it's just a competition thing. I think maybe they could have a league where it's like intergender or like a combination, but still it's gonna be like it's still just gonna be skill based. Like if you're doing the best, then
Well, I think that's
get
the problem
recognized.
though with it is I think a lot of like if they had their own league, I still don't think they'd be happy because they want that league to be just as big as the NBA if not the NBA, and because they won't be getting their recognition for what they think that they deserve. And my more problem with like how you said like if there's a female that is just as good if not better than LeBron, my problem would be if she wasn't allowed in the league. If there was a like no you can't play with us or no like you're not allowed. I think that's more of my problem because I think you're frozen right now, bro.
I'm frozen?
You still there?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh no, we lost Anon. Shit. Are you there, bro?
Hold on. Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, you're back. You're back.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You can see me?
I can see you now.
Okay.
I don't know. You were just frozen. I don't know what happened.
You know it's Wi-Fi. It's Xfinity. But I agree with you on that.
Did
but
you
if
hear what I
wanna
was saying
continue-
though? Like with the
Yeah, how you're saying like if she wasn't allowed at that point, then that would definitely be a problem. But that's what I'm like. But the other thing is, do you think? Because one thing that did like catch me off guard was the fact that like if you compare NBA to WNBA, and I mean they still win championships and whatever. So I mean to an extent they have the same type of like goal and stuff like that. But like if you look at how much like LeBron gets paid versus like the best, I forget who the girl is in what's her name? She plays for what's it called? For our team. And they won the championship.
Storm.
Yeah. I can't remember her name. I see her all the time though, and somebody posted on Snapchat, but she gets paid like female basketball players only get paid like a few $100,000 for their season. And LeBron is getting like millions. And so I think I think if you're doing any kind of sport that has to rely on your physical ability, like physical ability, and not to a point to like make it like I hate saying it, not make it equal, because like I want everyone to feel equal. So it's like, but like to get like I honestly do definitely think they should get paid a lot more than what they do.
So I mean, I definitely think that they should get paid a lot more, especially like when it comes to college. Like college people don't even get paid, and they sell like jerseys and stuff. And you're frozen again.
Damn, for real?
You're in a weird like. Okay, you're good. You're good. I'll just go back. I'll have to cut some stuff up, but it's okay. But like I was saying with the college stuff, college players don't get paid, and I do believe that the WNBA players should get paid more, but if you turn on a game for the WNBA and you look who's in the stands, I guarantee you there isn't as many people in the stands than there is for the NBA. And then also there's another reason why NBA gets paid more is because with that they get bigger sponsorships because they're a bigger influence. So these players are going to get paid more because there's going to be bigger commercials. Like, you know, instead of this isn't real, but like the NBA has Nike and Adidas. WNBA has Puma, or you know, not smashing on Puma, but like, you know, there definitely is a difference, and Nike wants to go for the biggest player. You know, Nike wants to find that next Michael Jordan. I was just watching the Tiger Woods documentary today on HBO, and like that's what they were looking for. Like Michael Jordan was still playing when Tiger Woods was coming up. And they're like trying to find the next Michael Jordan, and Tiger Woods was coming up, and he was the youngest golfer to do all this stuff and break all these records and all this. The first African American to, you know, really be like a breaking record champion in golf, you know, and that's the thing is like the NBA is going to get those sponsors. The NBA is going to get those fans, and they combine when it comes to money. And yeah, that's unfair and that sucks, but it's just it's the people that care about the sport. The more people that care, the more businesses are going to want to jump in on it, you know, and put their brand on it. So,
and that's what I'm saying. Like that's what sucks about it all. It's like I don't think necessarily. Like for me, it's not necessarily the fact that like, oh, I don't watch WNBA because they're girls or whatever. Like it's for me, it has nothing to do with gender. But it's just like how you said, like when you have something that is like over here, that's like big mainstream and like big and whatever, and then you have the other side of it. It's just like it's a competition as far as like attention wise, like what's grabbing. That's really what it is. It's like what's grabbing your attention, regardless if it's boys or girls. It's what is grabbing your attention, and that's how they make money off of it. And so it's like, oh, if people were watching the WNBA and it grabbed people's attention, then the story would be different. But that's I guess for at least for right now, that's just not the case. But I know it just sucks to see that even though like they are basketball players, they compete for the same thing, even though competition, I'm sure within, and see that's why it's hard. It's like within their own group, I bet you the competition is hard. Like they go against like the WNBA, they go against teams that are hard for them, and then the WNBA goes against teams that are hard for them, and they need the skills and whatever to beat those teams. But it's just like, it's like, but what's grabbing the people's attention? Like I hate to say it, but it's just how it is. Like I don't wish to, like, definitely don't get rid of WNBA and stuff like that. But it's just
no.
It's really what it is. Is just the reason why it's like that is just because of money. Like if they can make more money in certain areas, they're gonna put more attention to it. They're gonna televise it more. They're gonna do everything, and that's what they just try to capitalize on it. And it's like, yeah, they'll have the WNBA, but if nobody's really paying attention and it's not grabbing people's attention, like they won't pay their players as much. They won't, do this, that, and the third, give out good sponsorships and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I
don't think that, at least for what I know, I don't think that for the most part the WNBA players aren't getting paid as much as the NBA players because they're women so much.
Yeah.
I do think they don't get paid as much as they should, but I don't think it's because for the most part because they're women.
Exactly.
As it is right now. I don't know anything really about the NBA or management or business or all that. But like as we see in the NFL right now with Russell Wilson, like they're not even like, I don't know if you know anything about that.
Oh no, I saw some shit at the gym today though. But go ahead.
But he's trying to get out of the Seahawks, he's not trying to get out. He just wants to have a say in the play calling, or like getting a better offensive line so he doesn't get sacked as much. And they're kind of like not with that. They're not like really cooperating with him. They're more want to be on that Pete Carroll side, or like the management of the Seahawks, and they don't. He's grown as a player, and he's done all these things as a player, and he's gotten better and better. So he deserves that respect, and he deserves that, like, just like anybody, like an Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, like he should have some kind of a say. But when the team is letting him down, he probably is like feeling like he wants to go somewhere else right now. And that's cool, but like that's the way that organizations go as well. Is just like, if you're messing up our team, if you're doing all this stuff, then you're gonna have to go, and that's how it is. And that's not fair to the players that are actually playing on the field. They should have, especially when it's like Russell Wilson. Like, the dude has won a Super Bowl, taken the Seahawks to multiple Super Bowls. He should have some kind
whatever
of
he
say.
wants. Yeah.
yeah, whatever he wants. You think
exactly?
And that's the thing too, is you think Tom Brady is gonna go walk into the Buccaneers office and say, "I want this," and then they're gonna say, "No, get out." Like, who are you? Like, no. Yeah. They're gonna be like, yes, Tommy. We believe in you. Yes, Mr. Brady. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Brady.
Would you? No.
Oh,
okay.
my God.
Okay.
Factual. Like, that's the stuff I don't understand. Is like, the motherfucker has given so much to the league, and you guys can't give him what he needs to succeed. Like, it's ridiculous. But no, I saw that shit, and I was like, they were going through like his stats and like how many times he got sacked, and he's like the most quarterback to get sacked.
Yeah, I think it was
I'm like, what
second most.
Second most, and then or it was he was like the most I don't know if it was most. Yeah, he's either, I forget what categories they put it in. One was like most sacks, and he was like second most, and then the other one was like touches, like how many times like they like grabbed it or something.
Yeah.
And it was like he was the most quarterback for that, and he was like the most quarterback for another one, and I'm just like, damn. I'm like it's like, how can you not like want to change that?
Yeah.
Like, if you see it in statistics, in numbers, it's like, yeah, you should be focusing on your O-line or something. Like, give this man some fucking coverage. Stop hiring these rookies who are fresh in the league, and you expect greatness from them, and you try to give them a chance and everything. But it's like,
yeah,
if you want that team to stay intact, you gotta do some trades, or you gotta do some extensive training. You gotta do something, because you'll start losing players.
Yeah.
We lose Russell Wilson, it's over.
And then that's the other thing too with Russell, is like, you like when he starts talking about like he wants to leave, or he wants a new O-line or something like that, he's got to be careful, because the next year, and he comes back to that same team with the same O-line.
Oh yeah,
guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna be like, "Whoop, let that guy go." Oh shit! Oh, he got fucked up. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Russ. Whoops.
You were talking shit about us, right?
Yeah, I thought we were bad. Oh, yeah, we're bad.
Oh.
Sorry.
We're bad. We're bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit sucks. That shit.
Yeah.
That shit's bad, man. But no, yeah. So with that whole, with this segment right here, with everything we talked about, I just don't. I don't know what society, and that's what it is. Like, I think us as human beings, we're okay with there being multiple, like, with there being, if whatever. I think we're okay with whatever, but it's society and the people who control all of the stuff are the ones who are keeping it more separated because of finances. Like, it's all just a money game when it comes to like society and how it operates.
Yeah.
So I think us is all. I think at least most of us all are human beings. Like we wouldn't care if, if something changed in the basketball league or football league. Like all that's just entertainment anyway. So it's like, yeah. So it's just I think it's just more. It's more of the society and the people who control the leagues and stuff like that are sitting there playing with the shit.
Yep. That's how where the money is, where the money goes, and who has it,
and who doesn't, and
all that good stuff, Yeah,
who's doing what with it?
Yep. So let's move on to something else. I'm gonna close out this one, tab here. I still got it up. I want to make sure. Yep, we got it up in our stream still. Sorry, Mixtape people. We're figuring out all of our kinks and everything.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, whichever one you want to go with, shit.
I really want to start out with this one because this one shocked me, and I was
all right, let's do it.
What the fuck? So we'll go with this. All right. Let me know if you can hear it. Okay.
Okay.
Where's my sandwich?
Here you are, dear, just the way you
This
like.
motherfucker. He said Matt in 60 years.
Yeah. Where my sandwich at? That's Lauren.
Knitting.
Come on! Hurry up in there!
Oh no. Oh my god.
Would you eat that?
Hell to the no. Hell no. But my question is, why the hell did she go for the soap though? Like,
bro, have you ever had you've never had soap in your mouth?
No, I wasn't a bad kid, Matt.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't cursing back then, Matt.
We definitely gotta get your mom on here because I don't believe that at all.
Oh hell no! No, my mom didn't do the whole soap in the mouth. She whooped ass.
Oh,
Yeah. Y'all got soap. We got beatings.
When my mom was gonna whoop ass, she would just threaten, "I'm gonna tell your dad when he gets home. I'm gonna tell your dad." And I was like, "Oh fuck! I don't want to die.
Give me the soap."
Soap is fine. Soap is fine.
Soap is fine. I'll take it.
All right.
Man,
Low key, it looks like honey though.
It does. That's probably what they put on it, like a agave syrup or something.
All right.
She looks fucking demonic. Yeah, go ahead.
Took you long enough.
I feel this shit's like.
He a hungry boy.
That motherfucker ate the whole thing.
Well, she only put one slice on it.
She probably had damn soap under it.
Oh.
Look how she walking.
Oh, he going ham on it. He likes it.
Look at her.
Would you eat that one?
Bro. What the hell is this? What is this?
Okay, hold on.
I'm afraid, bro. She is scary, and this man is eating. She keeps putting mayo on it, at least.
Man, she only put one slice on. Like, come on, where's that?
Shit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, his head. Bro, do not look at her. She's happy to do it. Oh my god.
Marcy, get in here.
If this motherfucker.
What is it, dear? Another sandwich?
What the? Okay.
Right away, dear.
She feeding this man sandwiches, he dead.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I don't know who's got a bigger problem. Her, because she's still feeding this man sandwiches, or that man for eating sandwiches that got glass and shit in it. Like, and
Well, was
so-
he alive though? Was he alive, or was she just feeding him sandwiches?
Oh!
Yeah.
But wait. But he was alive during that whole, like, eating the damn glass and soap?
Yeah,
or was
but,
he
like,
not?
What if that was like a flashback to like when she actually did it, and then because you saw all the sandwiches stacked up,
Yeah.
and like there's maggots and shit all over it. So she like in her head, I think she was just like doing it over and over and over and over.
Oh, I thought. Oh my
Yeah,
god! Or
I
I
haven't
thought it
seen
was
the
like.
end of this. I don't know what happens. Oh wait, hold on. I need to bring it back up on the video. Okay, I don't know what happens in the credits or anything.
That nasty ass baloney.
That's it.
I'm done, bro. That shit is disgusting. That motherfucker ate a shit sandwich, bruh.
Oh man.
No. And she kept making. That's a waste of bread and bologna.
Bro, I want to know how much she went through until like, you know, that's probably smells so bad in there.
That's what I'm saying. She gonna be next. That shit is nasty. No, that's fucking crazy, bro. I was like, what the hell? Like, but I think they both had been sick, like. Because for him to eat them sandwiches and for her to do that, and then the fact that he's dead and she's still hearing his voice and shit, like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
I think she was like replaying it in her head.
Yeah, like she was
that
so used to
moment,
it.
and like just over and over and over.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my, like, okay, see, that's the kind of shit that, since we're talking about relationships, that's the kind of shit. That's the kind of shit where I'm like, if you're not happy in your relationship, you just need to leave. Like, they're like,
Yeah,
that's it.
you're gonna
She
go
really
crazy if you are not happy.
Exactly. If you are not happy, you will literally end up killing him.
Oh,
Like, oh my gosh,
you know
that was.
how many stories there are about like people being killed from like their husband or something like that. Like,
Oh yeah,
that
shit's no bueno.
It's
That
like,
shit is ridiculous.
I forget. There's like a movie or something or a comedy thing. It's like, I think it was some kind of comedy thing where they're like making a joke. It's like, every time my wife walks in the room, I just hear.
He's like, shut down.
Oh my god! Shut
Shut up. That's what I'm saying. Like, shit like that. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you should have been left.
Yeah, for real.
I'm like, damn, that shit's hella scary. How'd you even find that?
I don't know. Do you want to watch another one? I haven't seen any of these.
Oh my god.
You want to watch another one of these? Which one?
Yeah, you can play. Yeah, play another one.
Other Side of the Box. 5-minute dating. The Jester.
Let's do the Jester. He does look kind of dope.
Okay.
That one looks like it could.
Oh,
be
this
kinda...
one's 10 minutes. Hold on, we can't do that on the.
Oh yeah, do the 5-minute one. The 5-minute dating.
There we go.
Yeah.
Checking. 1, 2. Checking.
Okay, woman.
Oh, sorry, people.
Welcome everyone
Jesus.
to 5-minute dating. I hope that tonight many of you will finally meet your soulmate.
She's gonna kill everybody.
You think so?
Oh yeah, bro, she's crazy. She got that. She got those eyes.
That's like. I was gonna make a funny joke.
Oh, hello. Sorry I'm a bit late.
Oh.
Who the fuck?
Okay.
What?
Well, I think this
The
week
fuck?
we'll have the females stay at the tables and the men will
Fucking
move
Two-Face
around.
up in here.
So if you'd like to have a seat first at one of the
Oh,
tables.
he's sad boy.
Hey, grab a seat. The first session's about to
Is
start.
there a particular seat I should...
Now remember, everyone, please remain silent until the buzzer goes off.
So,
She said-
Emily, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Just don't say anything, okay? Let's not make this any more difficult than it needs to be.
Okay.
Wow.
What happened to your face?
It's quite a funny story.
That's a fucking first thing.
Bro, I'm like, what the hell?
What happened to your face? You
What
fucking
happened to
Voldemort
your
looking ass.
Facts! Facts! Oh my gosh.
Bro, what's up with this monocle though?
I don't know. I guess he can't see or something.
That sucks. The only eye he has is a shit eye.
I don't know. This is crazy. I'm just curious of what's gonna happen. Like,
Alright,
this
alright,
man,
let's keep
his
going.
face is fucked up.
You don't have to be afraid. I'm truly quite harmless.
Why do people call you Slash?
Well, probably due to the way my face looks. It's quite hideous, really.
Poor, lonely man.
She's freaky, bro. She's
Bro,
a
yeah,
freak.
she sounded like she was into him and she was trying to do some things. Oh my god. I was what the this bro.
Yeah, whatever.
Fantastic setup for this dating service, wouldn't you agree?
I don't know, you're not really my type. It's just your face. It's so...
Oh.
A match made in heaven.
Slash, how do you do?
Oh my.
I don't know if heaven would be
I'm
the
Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
It's like, no, just kidding.
What do you do for a living?
Oh god.
Oh, I'm a kindergarten teacher.
That's quite lovely. And do you... Oh, your eye. It's okay. Sometimes it happens.
Oh no.
He liked her.
Aww.
Man, you better go chase it. Oh,
Oh, God.
okay. They should not be allowed to do
I don't
that.
see this going well.
But what is he gonna do? What's gonna happen? Oh my god.
Oh shit. Damn.
Don't leave, Cuddy, don't leave.
This is sad.
What's wrong?
Sorry, I was...
What the fuck?
Guess I'm not really what people expect at these things. I know I'm hideous, okay?
Sarah, I don't think you're hideous. I think you're beautiful.
Aw. That's every relationship, bro.
What?
I'm fat. No, you're not.
Oh, no, you're not.
No, you're not. You look good.
I'm
You look
ugly.
beautiful. I'm so
No, you're not.
ugly. Do you see my rolls? Look at my rolls. You're fine.
You're fine. I'm
You're okay.
still here.
It's okay, baby. I like them thick. It's okay.
I like them thickums, Miss Thickums.
I like them.
He likes it like this.
He likes them like that. All right, here we go.
This is ridiculous.
I think you're beautiful too.
Sarah, would you like to come over for dinner tonight?
Okay, man, I'm
Bro,
so
I'm
glad.
scared.
What the fuck?
Oh! Oh no! No!
What is that?
No! Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm done, bro. We're done with this. Turn this shit off, bro. Turn this shit off, bro. What the fuck?
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, see, that's that. What? Where was? Why? What, like, we would have never expected that. Where the fuck did that
He
shit go
sounded
from?
like such a sweet little guy, and then
Motherfucking cannibal. Fucking.
Oh,
Fucking what the
man.
fuck? That motherfucker just ate her.
Oh, shit.
I mean, shit. You had it right about almost killing everybody, but he ate everybody.
Yeah,
and it was him.
He killed everybody. fuck.
That is so disgusting. Okay, well, actually, think about it.
Okay.
The only way he could be killing him is if somebody found him attractive. So does that mean everybody he's killed would look like that? Because ain't nobody, like, it seemed like nobody was really, trying to date him because his face was burned, except for somebody who.
Hold up, I got another thing.
Is that immoral?
So what if that's the way they both see each other? Like, see themselves. And then he sees the girl as beautiful and stuff, but he thinks he's like this ugly piece of shit because he goes home and eats people and fucking he thinks he's ugly and shit and there's something wrong with him. But then she thinks that she looks like that. And so then she goes home with this maybe weirdo kind of guy or whatever because she thinks she's all ugly and fucked up, but she's really not.
Uh-huh.
And then that's why there's all those tags, 'cause I'm sure not all, like, there's that many people that look like that. It's just, that's the way that they feel.
Oh, okay. So,
You
like,
know
they
what
feel
I'm
like they feel...
Yeah. What we saw
okay.
wasn't what they actually look like. That's just the way that
you talking about, like, in real life?
Yeah. So, like, what we saw was, like, a projection of what they think they look like. Or what they feel like.
Oh, I thought that shit was real.
I mean,
like,
maybe.
Because, well, not like real, like, as in, I mean, I don't know if that dude and that girl really have that type of stuff wrong with their, like, that type of face, but
yeah.
I'm like, I just, like, you didn't, like, you didn't get any type of indicator as to why he was doing it, or that was what he was there for. So, like, for it to just end up like that wasn't I feel like that should have been like more of a reaction film. Like, it shouldn't say short horror, it should say short reaction, like because that wasn't really scary. That was just fucking like, weird.
What the fuck?
Like, it wasn't until the very end where it was like, oh, here it is, and he's eating fucking raw meat.
Yeah. Well, the thing that did it for me was, like, he looked around and he saw all the normal people, and there was all these normal-looking people besides him.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then he was meeting with all these normal people, and they're all like, "You're kind of weird and strange. You're kind of like, whatever." There might be something little that's wrong with his eye, but people are like, "What happened to your eye?" or whatever. But, like, he thinks it's like his eye is closed up and pussing, and then like there might be something wrong with that girl, like. Like, there's a scar on her face, but she thinks there's, like, all these things on her face.
Yeah.
When it's just a scar, and she, and then she'd be more willing to go home with the weirdo.
Yeah. Like, it's a body image, like, you reflect it when you, like it's like that one thing. What is it gonna say? Like, it's, you have something wrong with you, and you think it's way worse. Like, you just take it over to the top.
Yeah, and then he takes control from that point, because then he's like, all right, you're mine. Like, he sees that he sees what they feel, I guess. Like, he knows he can take advantage.
Oh, you know what they should do? We should, like, the moral of that story should be, somebody is out there for you. Like, there's gonna be somebody out there. Just be careful of who you pick.
Yeah.
Because if people are doing what this man is doing, just be careful. Everybody is beautiful in their own way.
That's exactly what it is. It's like, there's somebody out there for you, and if you don't feel like there's somebody out there for you, you're gonna end up with this guy.
Yeah, or if you think, or don't always just jump to the conclusion. Or if you see somebody who's damaged and you go with the damaged person, that's gonna result in a positive outcome.
Yeah, that's always
because clearly,
like, if we go back to this is another funny, like, relationship thing, because, like, if we go back to, like, what we're talking about with relationships, a lot of times, like, people will go and, like, they'll be having, like, an argument or a fight, and they think their relationship's gonna fail. And then they go and have a baby because they think that's what's going to save their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really the worst thing that you could ever do.
Yes.
And it really damages, because then you're putting your relationship, at a higher thing, because now your relationship has to raise something and make sure it's, like, good for the good home and all, like, whole lot of pressures.
Yeah. No, definitely. But yeah, with at least with okay, well, oh, I actually like both of those because they both had to do something about relationships. So with the first one, let's go ahead and moralize that one. I'll let you do that one, Matt.
Moralize that one.
Yeah. So like, what's the moral of that story?
Oh, like stay happy. You know, don't like in your relationship be a happy person. You know, if you don't, you're gonna end up crazy.
Yes. Okay. And then the second one, definitely, there's somebody out there for each and every person. Somebody's gonna find you beautiful. But then again, if they do, just be careful. Everybody, and just be careful in general. Shit.
Yeah.
Just be careful whose house you're going to, and make sure you got somebody who's on, speed dial and shit. 911, 119.
Yeah, you never know nowadays.
That shit was crazy.
I don't know if you want to get into anything else.
Shit. I mean, I'm down. I just don't know what time that dude's coming.
Oh.
Let's do the how much time you want to do on it? Yeah, on that.
On this?
Yeah. Did you the Bob Lazar? Since we're on this, like, how much of it did you want to put out? Is it 7 minutes or
we can hop into
the whole 14?
We can go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Since we're on this, like, we done changed the whole demographic.
Yeah. So we've talked about Bob Lazar a little bit before, and if anybody knows, like, he's the alien guy who was stationed at Area S4. Not Area 51, but it's in the same place and same kind of thing. And he claims to have seen alien types of stuff and alien molecules and stuff that makes UFOs fly. And this is like a YouTube video that shows him talking about some stuff. So here we go.
Well, the schools that I went to, the hospital that I was born at, past job, and essentially nothing comes up with my name in it.
He smiles, but out of futility, knowing the whole thing must sound ridiculous. According to Lazar, his employer was the United States Navy. He says he and other government employees would gather near EG&G, fly to Groom Lake, and then a very few people would get into a bus with blacked out or no windows and drive to S4.
When you get off the bus, what do you see? It's a very interesting building. It's got a slope of probably about 30 degrees, which are hangar doors. And it has textured paint on it, but it looks like sand. It's made to look like the side of the mountain that it's in, whether it's to disguise it from satellite photographs or what.
He says he was never told exactly what he'd be working on, but figured it had something to do with advanced propulsion. On his first day, he was told to read a series of briefings and immediately realized how advanced the propulsion was.
The power source is an antimatter reactor. They run gravity amplifiers. There's actually two parts to the drive mechanism. It's a bizarre technology. There's no physical hookup between any of the systems in there. They use gravity as a wave, using waveguides, almost like microwaves.
It took a while, Lazar says, before he...
Bro, do you know what he just said?
What'd he say?
They use gravity propulsion systems. So like
it's like shit that can push.
It pushes off of gravity. And
like a magnet almost.
Yeah. So
like when you put two negatives.
Yeah, and they push
and
away
then
from
it has
each
that
other.
force field. Yeah.
So like,
that's crazy.
Why would they do that? Why and then like why would they be working on something like that? You know.
Okay, so. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So like, what are they planning to do with gravity propulsion systems? Like, is that a war thing? Is that a like?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, what if I don't know. Like if they're trying to keep like, or if that shit's hard because I would say like maybe aliens don't exist, but they plant it in our minds so well, and so they're trying to figure out how they can like finally make a flying alien saucer so that people actually believe it, and then they make money off it.
Or I mean,
but
it's the easiest secret to keep because it's so wild.
Like, so do you think it's like it's a cover?
I mean, I don't know what Area 51 used to be, but whatever it is now is not what people think it is. There's no fucking way.
How old is this video?
This? Like the
yeah,
video,
him doing this interview. Like, yeah.
I want to say
probably
in the 70s or something.
So yeah, okay, so 70s, and they're doing that. Do you think they probably I would hope, you know, that they would. Oh, it doesn't even give you a date, huh?
No.
Nah, but okay, yeah. So say it wasn't it has to be pretty, you know, years, decades. Yeah. So it's I wonder now, do they have it? Like, do they, did they actually complete that shit?
Well, and then he's saying he never worked at Area 51. He worked at Area S4. So if Area 51 is one of them, now we know about this S4 from this guy. So there's multiple things happening, at least in Nevada.
That shit.
So, okay, we'll keep going.
He actually saw one of the flying discs, however, there were hints everywhere.
Right, they had a poster, and it looked like a commercial poster almost, like it was lithographed and you could buy it at a Kmart or something, but they were all over the place, and it had the disc that I coined the term the sport model, was lifted off the ground about 3 feet at Area S4 on the dry lake there, and the caption on the bottom said, "They're here." And those are just all over the place.
Later, he got to see the real thing.
When I was let in, it was the first time I saw the sport model in the hangar sitting down, and I was told they could have walked me in the front door, but they purposely wanted to walk me by it. I was told not to say anything and just keep my eyes forward and walk past the disc into the office area. And I did, and as we went by it, I just kind of stuck my hands on it just to run it alongside the thing, and you know, that was about the smallest time. After that, I got to see it actually lift off the ground and operate.
But you also, in between that, you saw more than one.
Yeah. The hangars are all connected together, and there are large bay doors between each one. And there were 9 total that I saw, each one being different. Like they had the assortment pack.
Security at S.
Bro. That's fucking wild.
I was gonna say, no, he was saying, no, I'm surprised that these motherfuckers are letting him talk about this. Like, the fact that he is, like, I don't know how old he was then and how, if he's still alive now, but the fact that he's...
Yeah.
Is he?
So, yeah, he is alive now. And the reason why he's talking about it, like, he had, tons of different network interviews, like, television network interviews, and, the reason why he came on was because he didn't want to die. Because if all of a sudden he comes on all these TV shows and he's talking about it, and then all of a sudden he dies, people be like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck's the government's really taking people out?
They really are killing people."
It's secure, but I'm surprised. Like, I guess the people who are doing the interview probably don't really want to kill him. They really want to know. So I was just like, man, like I'm surprised. Like even the people doing the interview are not like covert. Government officials,
I bet in the beginning
double agents.
It was, like, he worked his way up from like local news. I bet he wherever his local news was, he probably went to the news station and started talking about all this stuff, and then he probably started going up and up, and because from what I know, the reason why he did that was because the government was tracking all of his calls and tracking who his friends were and tracking his wife's calls and tracking his friends' calls, and then I guess he never knew, but the government found out that his wife was cheating on him, and that's like when everything started to happen, and then they let him go from the project after they found out, because they thought that he would be emotionally unstable to deal with the project.
Oh shit.
So then they let him go after they found out his wife was cheating, but they never told him.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Man, to be this dude, like, imagine just being that dude. Like, man.
Like, scared for your life because you know that aliens are real, possibly?
Or just to be able to, I would just want to be able to see that, because that's a huge ass secret. And to be able to, like, walk past it and see it and you touch it, Like, only he has that. Well, not only him, but he's the only one who's came out about it. And the fact that he's talking about it is just like you're trying to picture in your mind. You're like, damn, that would be crazy. I'm sure like I wonder if the pictures in our minds that we're thinking of are even anywhere close to what the things actually look like.
Yeah, right. No,
like,
that's the thing too. Is
fucking...
like when he said they could have walked me through the front door, but they purposely walked me like by the hangar or whatever he said.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were testing him like from the beginning. They're like, look, hey, look, don't say anything, but look at what we have. You know, it's like,
oh shit. That's how they know. That's probably how they get him though. They show him some shit as like a confidentiality law or some shit. So if they do say something, like at that rate, you can't say shit because they showed you, and if anything gets leaked out, they're coming for you. Like,
yeah, you're cut out.
Unless you go like the route he did and went public about it and made sure like, oh hey, like I'm coming out, but if something happens to me within like the next few weeks,
yeah,
y'all know what happened. Yeah, no, that shit's
that shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
4 was oppressive, Lazar says, and his superiors used fear and intimidation almost as a brainwashing tool.
Did everything but physically hurt me.
Put a gun to your head?
Yeah.
And said what? Actually put a gun to your head?
Well, they did that even in the original security briefings. They had guards there with M16s. The guys slamming their finger into my chest, screaming in my ear. Some people pointing weapons at me. Like I said, it's not a good place to work.
That fear factor would surface later. Lazar agreed to undergo a polygraph exam as part of this report. Polygrapher Ron Slay asked about the technology Lazar had seen.
Did you knowingly lie when you said you had actually seen anti-gravity propulsion in operation?
No.
The results of this exam were inconclusive. Lazar appeared to be truthful on one test, deceitful on a second. Slay recommended that a second examiner be brought in. Polygrapher Terry Tavernetti runs a corporate security operation and is a former Los Angeles police officer. He put Lazar through 4 tests and concluded there was no attempt to deceive.
And I left there thinking that I feel we do have some credibility to what the subject had to say. And that's when I went to some of my colleagues.
Pause it.
Tavernetti sent the test results.
Can you hear me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, the other thing that's, like, kind of skeptical about this is, like, he's the only one who came out.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, if this whole space thing is, like, a cover-up for something different, because, like, they'll feed this to us and be like, oh, here's a little piece of something that is probably, I mean, that's the thing I always look at is, like, oh yeah, like we have this information, but is this fabricated for us to think this information right here that they're giving us so that they can continue to do even bigger and crazier things on the side? Is this man getting paid, or like is this man getting paid? But then again, it's like, who really knows? Like that's the only thing I get with it. I'm like with the polygraphs and the people and the fact that he's the only one who's came out. Like I feel like there should have been like a lot more people who should have came out, because I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were like him and were like, oh shit, like this is not what it should be. And I mean, shit, I'm not gonna say it because next thing you know, I'm gonna be gone. But I was like, shit, if it was me, I'd come out with that shit right. I'd go out if I was in the same like group with him, I would definitely come out like after he did it, because then I'd be like, oh, well, if he ain't dead, then shit, maybe I can do the same thing. But shit, maybe they get paid enough. Maybe they get paid not to tell people, and some people are like, "Nah, I ain't losing my money."
Yeah, well,
shit,
that's the thing too. Is like he never was in contact with like any like aliens or anything like that.
Yeah.
So like he only saw like the ships or the propulsion stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's the weird thing too. And then the weird thing for me is like how he came out with the information. Like they found out that his wife was cheating on him and all that kind of stuff, and then like what was really his, you have to think like what was his real motive behind coming out, you know?
Exactly.
So then that's kind of weird. But then I go back to like, if alien, like how you say like this, if this is a distraction, you know,
mm-hmm.
I do think that aliens are real. So like if this is a distraction, to me it's a pretty good distraction, because it's like it's for me, I feel like it could be a possibility. Like I don't think it's a stretch by any means, because like that, like just of how big the universe is, it's like, why wouldn't there be any other intellectual life? Like that would be.
Oh yeah, facts.
I feel like that would be weirder if there wasn't. You know.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely.
So yeah.
This shit's just.
You want to keep going on this, or you want to pause on it?
Yeah. No, we can finish it up. I think the dude might be coming soon.
Okay, we got 3 more minutes.
Results to a third polygrapher who agreed the results appeared truthful. The charts were then sent to a fourth examiner who did.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is like he took a polygraph test, and the one was inconclusive because it was both one good, one bad, but then the other one said for sure.
Yeah, all four of them were.
So that's like.
That's like,
and he had 2 different people, so like you would think, if one person was like, you know, I don't believe in aliens, aliens are fake, blah blah blah, like, you know,
they could have, yeah.
So like
tamper with it.
Yeah, that almost like, I feel like to me that almost proves it more than if it was just by one person. So or if it's the other way, like aliens are real, they have to be real, this guy's talking the truth, or you know.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you just never know.
Yeah. Okay, we'll keep going.
Yeah. Did not agree, suggesting Lazar might be relating information he'd learned from someone else. The polygraphers conferred and decided they would not issue a final statement on truthfulness until more specific testing can be conducted, and that's where it stands. Tavernetti believes that difficulty in determining Lazar's truthfulness stems from...
You gotta go?
Yeah, the dude's here right now.
Alright, we'll wrap it up here then. So,
yeah.
Mixtape podcast.
What number is it though?
Episode 3. And then what season
of
is
the
it, bro?
new season 2?
Yes, sir. Alright, people. This is our first online. And
online.
I liked it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think this is hella dope. Just with the fact that we have more options to like do and stuff. Like, and it's like it's way more like comfortable and shit. Like, this shit was crazy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah. So hopefully we might see some more of this, and then we'll definitely do some more in persons and stuff like that. But I think this definitely could be an option.
Hell yeah. All right, people.
So hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Peace, motherfuckers.
All right, bro. All right, y'all.